coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, folks? You're listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Mike Hurley, joined in virtual studio tonight with a amazing cast of people. First and foremost, we have from the Lowdown with James John on Xfinity and Comcast. We have Mr. James John in the house with us. James, how you doing tonight, man?
Man, actually pretty damn good. It's hump day. That's right. Middle of the week. I'm looking at the weekend. I see you.
Also, as always, we have Jeff Kaufman from the law offices of Kaufman and Lynn. So glad we could catch you while you're in town and not jet setting around the world. Jeff, how you doing tonight?
I'm here. I'm actually on my way heading to DragonCon right now. But I just have one question before we get started. Who's the white kid in the back behind you, James? You get this white kid in a tuxedo behind you.
We'll
that
talk
kid
more
living
about
in your
that
basement?
when the parents pay the ransom. We'll have that conversation. All right.
What's funny about that kid is not white. He is Mexican. But
okay, all right. He look,
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Look at little Ricky Ricardo, maybe. I don't know what we're talking about back there.
Why
ahead,
would
Mike.
Jeff be proper now? Why would that change now?
I don't
He
know.
knows that I'm calling him out.
I don't realize.
My first time sitting on a show with this guy, heard a lot of good things. Patricio Solano, a.k.a. Rocky. I put the K on it. I don't know why I tried to turn it all Latin for you.
It's French now, Rocky.
A.k.a. the Legal Eagles Legal Beagle. Rocky, how you doing tonight?
Wow. Oh, I got to put that on my business card. Thank you, Mike. Oh, my
Copyright
goodness.
trademarked. Yep.
We'll throw you a little
Good
little
to
here.
have you. I just heard Jeff say that he's going to DragonCon, and you're taking a break from actually what are you doing over there right now? Why don't you tell us?
So right now, I've been in a build with my friend Michaela for about the entire weekend, and distractions, storms, steamed crawfish on the table. There's been so much that's gone on that has taken us away from building. And
you guys build really different with crawfish. I like that. You guys, you guys do different stuff.
We got our tools set up in the garage, and it was my roommate's birthday on Sunday. And I was like, "Oh, dude, if you need me to move, just let me know." He's like, "If it rains, we're just gonna move the party to the garage." Next thing you know, I come out, the table is just covered in crab legs, crawfish, potatoes, sausage, and everything. And Michaela and I look at each other like, "Well, let's just go buy more stuff for the builds."
Okay, but what are you actually building for the people listening?
Oh, okay. So I am actually building a Bane from Harley Quinn, the animated series.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. So for the viewers on the YouTube, I've already made the chest plate.
Nice.
And I gotta give props. Sorry for putting her on the spot like this. Homegirl Michaela has been killing it. It is her first time building a cosplay. And I basically just gave her the tools. Like I gave her a rotor, gave her a heat gun, blades, and everything, and killing it. Let me show you guys something. And I'm sorry for taking so much time on this one.
No, man, we nerd out. We geek out.
He has a cosplay sweatshop in his garage.
This is
what's going
a
on.
first time build. And
Is that for Shredder?
No, this is for what's your character's name? Kita? He from Atlantis. Yeah, Hita Hitash from Atlantis. I messed that up. I'm sorry, nerd.
No problem.
But yeah, she's
nice.
She's first time ever with
EV foam's not the easiest, most forgiving. Well, it's forgiving, but it's not the easiest thing the first time you're working with it. So yeah, great job. So that's awesome. You're going to be up at DragonCon. Jeff, you're going to be up at DragonCon. Is this your first time doing DragonCon? And where does that fall as far as my only experience is like MegaCon?
Mike, stop it.
Yeah. What?
Stop it. This is my 18th.
You're
I'm not a
18.
rookie here. I've been writing comic books for 18 years, man. Come on.
Damn, I've been riding dragons for years.
I've had a booth. Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I've been having
do
sex for 35, and I'm not good at it yet.
There
So
you go. Well,
hey, it's okay.
You know what?
It's okay.
Try again. I mean, what I'm saying is that DragonCon is the best party comic book convention on the planet. They take up basically 5 hotels. We got a little COVID going on, so we got to wear masks, which kind of will drop the excitement a little bit. But I've had a booth there for about 17, 18 years. I do a celebrity panel there called Gil Gerard in the 25th Century, which is like Match Game PM with Buck Rogers, and he gets a bunch of his celebrities like Garrett Wang from Voyager is on, so that's cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad I got a bunch of you nerds here tonight because I actually, right before we sat down to record tonight, I finished watching the second episode of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. So, Jeff, I got to imagine this brings all your worlds together for you. Just Marvel and Attorney at Law. Are you watching this show angry on two sides? Because number one, they're not staying true to the comic, and number two, they're not staying true to the courtroom. Like, is this show just really ripping you apart?
Your face.
First off, they are staying true to the comic book, the She-Hulk comic book.
Mhm.
You know,
breaks
she
the
busts
fourth
wall just like they did in the comic book. It was a little the book it's a little wokey. There's some
A
the weird
little?
thing about it.
Sure.
A little. Well, she explains why, you know, basically
She can
Hulk
deal
is
with anger
toxic
better.
masculinity, and she could deal with this. I've had to deal with this and this and this. I'm going, hey, you're a lawyer. How much have you had to deal with?
Is
You
she
know,
explaining gamma radiation?
No, what happened was that in the comic books it was a blood
Spoiler alerts.
transfusion. No, in the comic books it was. I didn't say it in the comic books.
I'm just
If you
throwing
hadn't
that
read
out
the comic
there
book
because
in
we
30
might
years,
get
that's
into
on
some
you.
frontier. If you haven't watched it yet and you're gonna watch it, don't listen to this conversation. That's what I'm saying. Right
I'm
now.
not breaking it. I'm not breaking it. I'm just saying in the comic
I'm
books it
saying
was a
I might.
blood transfusion.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh,
Hulk gave her a blood transfusion, and that's how she became She-Hulk. And everyone's upset because she's called She-Hulk. I'm like, that's her name.
Mhm.
The name in the comic books. Come
Sure.
to break. But it
James
also
Patricio, have you guys seen it yet?
I've seen the first episode with my wife, but I will say that is her pronoun. She goes by she. You got to respect it. It's
Well,
okay.
then, does our guy now go he Hulk?
no, he was the original Hulk. It's just Hulk.
But like in this day and age, like, do you think like they're gonna want equality? And they're like, no, he's he Hulk. and
Hey,
that's
I'm a
She-Hulk.
junior. My dad was the original one. I get the junior attached to it. That's
There you
just the
go.
way it is. You get the
Okay,
first
okay.
guy, and the second guy's got to take what they can get.
There you
She
go.
wasn't the original. She wasn't She-Hulk, and then he goes, "No, I'm just Hulk now."
No,
No.
but you know, in this day and age, we're gonna argue over the stupidest things. For Christ's sakes, we talked about canceling Speedy Gonzalez a few.
We did.
ago.
We didn't
No,
talk
just
about it.
Just the white people did that, not
Yeah,
anybody else.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the brown man, they want to do that on behalf of the brown man. Brown
And,
man said, "Thank you."
Pepe Le Pew didn't make it into the second Space Jam either, did he?
No,
No.
Pepe's
Yeah.
gone. Pepe's
Yeah.
gone. But you know what? The weirdest thing, DC just got hammered because every month they go, "We're woke," so they're going to do Latino month, and their equivalent of Latino month is just showing their superheroes with like holding Mexican food.
Who's
I'm not
the new?
kidding.
What's the
I'm not
new
kidding.
movie? What's
It's
the
like
new movie
Green
coming
Lantern is
out?
holding a bag of taquitos. What? This one has a taco in her hand, and that's their extent. They go, "Oh, look at we're celebrating Latino month by
I
showing that they
swear
would
to
go
God,
through
I
Taco
swear
Bell."
to God, if I see Captain America drinking horchata, I'm done. I'm completely
Yeah.
done.
What's the new movie coming out with Bad Bunny where he's playing a
Oh,
superhero
that was great.
wrestler that basically had like one half of one comic issue of Spider-Man, right? Wasn't that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
How
Sony.
far down
Sony's
we got to
doing that.
dig. That's what we
I
got
just
going to
thought-
the barrel to get like a character with some hair.
He was
Heritage?
just on Bullet Train. He was good.
Yes,
he was good in
He
Bullet
was
Train.
good on that. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. I saw it twice. I said, "Wow."
No,
that's
but I mean, as far as the characters go, like, oh, we need a Latino superhero, so we're going to dig into our backstories and find the one guy who had 18 frames in this issue back, Patricio.
I'm okay without a Latin superhero because have you ever met a Latin mother? They are the true superheroes. They get everything done with.
They just have
No
a
survivor.
bat belt and it's got a plastic hanger and a spatula and like a flip flop hanging from
And
it.
a
And that's
bottle
their
of
weapons.
Fabioso. Yeah,
That's
that's how
their,
it works.
that's their weapons cachet. I like it.
Mhm.
most people don't even know Marvel's most famous Hispanic superhero.
Who is
Nobody
Marvel's
even knows
most
Yeah,
famous Hispanic superhero.
Hispanic
Let's do.
superhero, which
I
was
should
their
know
first
this.
one.
Hmm.
Patricio,
Who is it?
man?
I have
White
no idea.
Tiger. White Tiger. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes.
it's a great character. He was a solid character, rock star character. But they go, maybe they'll confuse him with Black Panther, so we can't do that.
Hmm.
It's a shame. It was a great character. Fun.
Gotcha.
But
Well,
yeah, DC's basically just burning in slowly. It's the slowest burning I've ever seen, and it's classic how they're doing it.
Well, let me ask you. You're a comic book writer, Jeff. How hard would it be for Marvel or DC to come out with, rather than digging back in trying to find someone that happened into an issue. How hard is it to create a new character from scratch nowadays in something like Marvel or DC? Is it even being done?
It's not hard. This is what they need to do, but they don't want to spend the money. What they have to do is they get their best artist and their best writer. That's all they have to do. Don't screw around. Don't every time they put like a subpar writer.
Yes,
you get
yes.
terrible stories, and it's all. Here's the thing that new comic book writers make a mistake on.
Instead of a Spielberg, you put a Brett Ratner on it, and that's what ruins it.
They worry about stereotypes. They start stereotyping their own characters. Even when they're Spanish, they stereotype the character. And I'm going, because they haven't written long enough that they don't know not to do that. They go, listen, we don't have to, every scene doesn't have to like announce he's walking in the room. Hello, I'm Latino. Hello, I'm Latino. Just have him be Latino. And I mean, think about, mutants. They had, what Costa was, God, I forgot what the name is. Cannonball. Do you know that team?
Yeah,
Roberto Acosta was a superhero. He played Sunspot or something, and a great Spanish superhero. And they didn't have to every scene announce it. You knew.
Yeah, I will tell you, as a comic book fan, Wolverine was my go-to guy. As an avid reader, what really upset you the most was every issue of X-Men or Wolverine where Wolverine came in right there in the little yellow box in the corner was like, I'm a mutant. I was born this way. I got 3 claws, 1 in each hand. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know this.
We got
every episode.
We figured
don't
it
have
out.
to do this. Yeah. So
that's what writers who Chris Claremont never did that. Chris Claremont was the main writer for X-Men. Everyone who followed him has to do that, and you feel like you have to intro your characters every time. No, people will figure it out. Let them read. They'll get into the character.
If they don't, that gives them more reason to go to the back issues and figure out what's going on.
Jeff, let me ask you. Jeff, let me ask you this. Do you feel the change with taking Tim Burton out from the Batman movies of the 90s was like the downfall right there?
I don't know. I think I think DC did some good work. I didn't mind, somewhere a little campy. I think when you think about Christian Bale's Batman, I mean, I think that was as good, if not better, than the Michael Keaton Batman. I thought it was fantastic. It was less campy and it was more serious, but everyone has a different take. The question is, does it work or not work? And it really depends on the quality of actor and the quality of director writer. The way it plays.
How seriously they take the actual character. Who took it over? Was it Bruckheimer? Not Bruckheimer.
Joel Schumacher.
Yes. When he went back to it was horrible. It just I couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I was actually watching.
I'm sorry, we went geeky on this one.
No, it's all right. We got 2 more segments. I actually just watched all the Batmans except for the most recent one, the Batman with the kids. They had never seen any of them. So we sat down, we started with Michael Keaton, then we went to Val Kilmer, and then we went to Mr. Clooney era. And the you know what? I thought I pronounced that incorrectly, but I realize now, no, it works. The error, the Clooney error. And then we went into Brad Nolan. And let me tell you, the kids loved all of them, but they loved them for different reasons. Like they loved the first 3 because it was so cartoony and campy, and you had the Penguin with the gimmicks, and Jim Carrey was over the top. And then they loved the Nolan stuff because you could see that actually happening a little bit more in real life. It was a little bit more realistic, which made it more fun and easier to immerse yourself in, I think.
Would you say that the first 2 were corny? Because I felt like when Batman Returns with Catwoman and Penguin, it wasn't corny. It was like I think it
was within that world. I would say this.
I just laying on his chest. She licks his face.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say. There's certain moments in that were a little hokey.
They were.
I didn't rewatch this as an adult because I saw that thing multiple times. I saw that film multiple times as a child. And now I might have to rewatch it.
Which you know what, personally speaking, if you're our age and you haven't been in a place where a woman's lying on your face in latex licking your face, you have not lived. All right, you're in Orlando, guys. Get out there, do some stuff, support your city and single working moms. All right, guys, we gotta take a quick break right here on Real Laughs. When we come back, celebrity birthdays. Don't go anywhere. Come back, folks. You're listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Mike Hurley, joined in virtual studio tonight with my good friends, Mr. James Jean. Also, Rocky, a.k.a. Patricio Solano, aka what don't you do, man? Like every time I see you on TikTok, you got a different something. You're building cosplays. You work. I can't tell if you work at the lawyer's office or you just show up and bring them lunch every day. What's going on, man?
Oh,
What do you do?
I wear a lot of hats, whether it's marketing, podcasting, hosting trivia, hosting bingo, building cosplay, fixing your car on the weekends. You know,
How old are you, man? You have way too much energy.
physically, I'm 36. Mentally, I'm 22. And if we're talking about my soul, I'm a free bird, baby.
Man,
Oh,
I
wow.
just
I
want
like
to be around when you hit 45 and it all comes crashing down and you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
deal
no,
with
I'm
it.
gonna crash
That's
hard.
a sweet time. And a man who's no stranger to 45, Jeff Kaufman from the law offices of Kaufman and Lynn, who's been 45 for the past 25 years. How you doing,
Oh, man,
Jeff?
I love it. I really do. I was picking up the new books for the convention today because we had to go to the printer, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the new books, and they have this nice cover, and it's kind of like silky, and I was like, ooh, what is this cover? And I think I was rubbing the cover down too much and wigging out the printer, but I was like, oh, come on, this is a special cover. So I get excited. I get excited about stupid things. I mean,
I always wonder about that.
It sounded like you were about to ask the fabric to put lotion in the basket right there. You got really deep on
you
that.
don't need the lotion. The cover is so smooth. You don't need lotion.
Oh, wow.
Jeff, when
Or
you go
consent.
into these things, are you printing specifically for how many you think you're going to go through at this convention, or do you just naturally keep a certain amount of inventory on hand?
I think about the next couple conventions. I used to, when you're shipping to stores, you just buy a lot of them. But when you're updating and you're not going to do a 3,000 run, and you only need about 100 to 200, that's what you do. So I picked up 100 of the new trade paperback, which was only a 1 through 4 issues. So I put them all together to make it easy for people, and new prints. And it's really fun when you see the whole book together for a change, and you're going, wow, this is cool. So I'm happy
Where's
about
DragonCon going to be at this year, brother?
Atlanta. It's always in Atlanta, downtown, hot Atlanta.
Atlanta. I like it. I like it a
Oh,
lot.
it is dangerous. It is. I don't know what he's doing.
You got
I know
to
he's doing it. He's getting his Bane mask together.
How does it look?
That's how Bane looks.
It's looking good. The comic book from the Harley Quinn cartoon.
The cartoon. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Are you staying in the same convention center hotel, or are you taking the Mata?
No, I walk. I never want to hop on. I Uber to like some restaurants, but I normally it's in 5 hotels, so I'm in the Ameris Mart, the second building with a lot of the vendors, and my hotel is right next to it. So I just walk over rather than stay like the Hyatt and the Marriott, where you can't stay at the Hyatt because you can't get on the elevators because everyone's trying to get up. It takes 30 minutes to get an elevator. The elevator opens up. There's 60 people inside. It reminds me of those old shows where people would try to get into a phone booth. That's what their elevators look like. So you can't do that. And the Marriott, same thing with the elevator. So I just live right next door, and I just pop in and pop out.
How many books you got out right now? How many?
I have 15 graphic novels and 2 trades. So 17 books. Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I've asked you this before. Like I know I've seen you set up at MegaCon, and of course I know you personally, so we've talked about it before. But are you out there like in Coliseum of Comics? Can they pick up your novel or graphic books there, or do you have a website? I don't think I've ever seen a website.
BigCityComics.com. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So
I don't normally talk comics on the show because I'm a lawyer. No,
I know. I figured we'd go a different route tonight. So,
Florida. It's funny. I laugh because Central Florida knows me as an attorney. The rest of the world knows me as a comic book writer. It's kind of
nice. Nice. Well, guys, that brings us, haven't done this in a little bit. Your favorite thing, bringing it back, celebrity birthdays. That's right. Celebrity birthdays. Patricio, I don't know if you've done this with the guys before. We do this really simply. I'm just going to name a celebrity, and you guys are going to take it turns guessing the age. Whoever gets closest gets the point, and when you get the most points, you win absolutely nothing because that's the budget we have around here. All right. All right, cool. So up first, I know some of you are wrestling fans. I'm not. Nothing against it. I just never really got into it. Jeff Kaufman actually refs a bunch of cool matches from time to time. So first up, Jeff Hardy. Happy birthday to Jeff Hardy today. Jeff Hardy. I imagine from the Hardy Boys, right? Not the detective series that I read when I was a kid, but like the wrestling group, the Hardy Boys. Patricio, since it's my first time working with you, I'm going to give you a first shot tonight, sir. Jeff Hardy,
All right,
how old do
so
you think
Jeff
he is?
Hardy, I'm gonna go with 47.
All right. James,
Solid.
we'll throw it over to you.
The Hardy boy himself, extreme wrestler. I'm gonna go with 45.
All right. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to. Do I have my? Did I get rid of? Hang on. Where's my budget? All right, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. There you go. 45. Jeff Hardy, and that impression of a bell was spot on.
It was.
Michael Winslow, I'm gunning for you. Look at me making noises with my mouth. All right.
There you go.
So, Jeff Hardy, 45. Congratulations. James gets the point. You guys, I know. Jeff, you ref them stuff. Have you guys been to actual like WWE events back in the day and stuff like that?
We got to go to a Raw.
wrestling.
We got to go to Raw and I think it was TD Waterhouse, and I was actually on the rings. It was on the ropes. It was cool.
Nice.
What?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We were a sponsor, and they go, "Hey, we're going to create this match, and my old partner gets to ref it, and you're on the turnbuckle." And I look back, and I could see the sea of people around me. I go, "Oh, we're going to get screwed anytime soon." I said, "This is going to go bad real quick because there's no reason why we should be here." So
I've been to countless live events. My very first one was Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan in Georgia for the world title. That was my first time seeing a live show.
That's a big one.
Till this day, like I've never felt the electricity and the power of a crowd that I felt that night anywhere else.
Oh, funny enough, I was hosting Bonkers open mic probably 10, 12, 13 years ago, whatever. And this guy comes in, he puts his name on the list. He wants to do comedy. And I'm like, hey, man, we're all filled up tonight. I'll get you next week. You know who I am? I'm like, no. You need to Google me. I'm like, I know you're the guy not on the list tonight. I don't know what else to tell you. He's like, you don't know who New Jack is, son? His name was New Jack. And if you Google him, he actually killed a man in a ring, I believe. That, or no, he killed
maybe
a
that's
man
why
in
he
real
wanted
life.
you to Google it.
Yeah,
you know what he's willing to do.
But he ended
And
up
I'm on the
coming
list
out.
now.
He ended up coming out doing comedy for quite a while, and turned out to be one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Let me hang on and take pictures with his WWE belt. And he went on a comedy tour with like Roddy Piper and Mankind when they were doing comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Wait, they were doing a comedy road tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of wrestlers were going out. What's
Foley.
Mankind's real name?
Nick Foley.
Nick Foley actually still does stand-up comedy. Like I see him pop up all over the place. He's been to the Improv a couple times doing stand-up.
Yep.
Wow, I never knew that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta look that
now
up
you
then.
know, and
Thank
knowing is
you.
half the battle. Okay. Next up. Here's one. Debbie Gibson. Debbie Gibson.
Debbie
Who,
Gibson.
I'm gonna admit it, I had a crush on Debbie Gibson. Still do.
Only in my
Debbie, if you're
dreams.
listening, we can still make it work. Debbie Gibson. Jeff, you went last time, so I'm gonna give you first guess here.
53.
Ooh, not bad. All right. Over to you, James John.
I'm gonna say 51.
Ooh, also not bad. Patricio, it's almost like you got 51 over there, 53. It's almost like they were both kind of almost correct.
What is wrong with you? What is
Jeez,
wrong with
like
you?
right there. Would you say 52?
Oh my gosh, that is amazing! How did he ding,
shot in the
ding,
dark.
ding? I wish
Thank you.
on a night I don't even. Jeff, what's wrong, man?
Are you really doing this?
What's wrong, Jeff?
Really? At first, I put up with the I'm smarter than a third grader, and I got to sit there and listen to this. But when I actually choose, you're going, hey, let me tell you, Patricio, I don't think this is Latino month, so let me give you the answer.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, this is like some affirmative action stuff going on here. Let me give you the answer.
Oh, Jeff,
Okay,
every
first
month
of
is
all,
rich
in
Jewish
the first
attorney month,
segment-
so chill.
Yeah.
Look, Jeff can say whatever he wants because he knew
Okay.
more Latin history in the first segment than I know about myself and everything. So,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm giving Jeff a Latin
The
hat.
Battle of Pueblo. Yeah. Okay,
Fair
well,
enough. Fair
Oh,
enough.
wow.
So
wow.
far, just to recap, we got James John with a dead-on dinger. We got Patricio down there with a spot-on 52 for the beautiful Debbie Gibson, and we have Jeff Kaufman with nothing.
Killer
Okay,
Jeff.
so
I'm there for this.
let's. You know what, Jeff? I'm even gonna give you first guess on this one. Just get you back on track.
your guesses.
No.
I don't need your pity.
Here's a guy. Here's someone you probably had a poster of him up on your wall, Jeff. Richard
Sean
Gere.
Cassidy. Sean Cassidy. Okay,
Sean Cassidy.
come on.
Richard Gere. Richard Gere, Pretty Woman. Officer and a Gentleman, right? That was when Richard Gere. How old do you think Richard Gere is today?
65.
Okay. All right. 65. 65 from Jeff. Patricio, over to you, sir.
I'm gonna go with 68.
68. All right. James John's going to pull a Price is Right move here, I'm pretty sure. But what you got?
I'm gonna go 60.
What?
Wow. No way.
Wow. Richard Gere, you guys are all so far. 73.
Jeez.
Wow.
I remember seeing Officer and a Gentleman,
Man, I had
and
no
when
idea.
I was like 17. So, yeah,
You
okay,
guys are making
all right.
me have to recheck how old Richard Gere is because I'm like, am I off? Did I read?
I just wonder how old the gerbil is. All right.
Oh,
How did I know? That
I
was
knew. I knew somebody was gonna say that.
Let's see, Richard Gere. Yeah, 73 years old. Hard to believe. The man looks good, right?
He does.
What's he done?
want to fly jets.
What's he done though lately? Has he done anything?
I think her name was.
It's the big. He's big into the Dalai Lama. So
Is he?
Yeah, he's big on helping Tibet out. So that's a good thing.
All right. You know
Gerbil,
what?
not such a good thing.
I'm seeing some pictures of him now, and I'm like, yeah, I see the 73. I can see 73. All right, so let's see who had it. I think Jeff went with 68 on that, right?
No,
Yeah.
Patricio got the number.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I
another
was
point for
close to
Patricio.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So going into the last one, Patricio's at 2, James is at 1, and Jeff is by himself. Okay.
Hey, I'm consistent. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. This is well, maybe you guys will get this one. I'm not sure. Chris Tucker. Tucker.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing.
Quantum crack.
What happened to Chris Tucker?
Which one of you
'Cause I
guys
feel
kicked
like
me
we
in the
should see
face?
more of him. I feel
Oh,
like
I love
he-
Chris Tucker, man.
did he like
he-
disappear or did he have some scandal? I haven't seen him doing
He
anything.
only had in the beginning 10 minutes when he started on Def Comedy Jam. He had a hot fire 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So then he went into movies, and then the movies fizzled after he got
Mm.
done doing his sequels.
Wait,
Rush Hour
Rush Hour. All
13.
3 Rush Hours were good, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
fizzled after he finished
Yeah.
his sequels.
Hey, I'd pay
What
for
else?
Rush Hour 4, 5, 6, and just to see the bloopers and watching him screw up was my favorite.
Chris
Yeah,
Tucker
he-
was in
he-
Fridays, right? He was
Yes,
in the
he was.
Fridays.
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
So wow.
He was also in The Fifth Element.
He sure was.
Yes,
He
yeah.
Yeah.
sure was.
He
was
went from some
fantastic.
big name movies to you would think he'd be
Yeah.
popping up in Netflix stuff with Nicolas Cage or something. Like he had that kind of career at least.
You know,
right?
I have a feeling he was smart with his Rush Hour money. I have
Yeah.
a feeling he doesn't need it. I saw him at one of the Magic games one time. He was sitting next to me, and I was like, "Hey," I thought that was cool.
He should at least be running around with Bruce Willis. He should at least be at that level.
Oh, wow.
somewhere. But
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, Chris Tucker. Let's see who's going first. Jeff, I'm gonna give you you know what? No, I'm gonna let you go last, Jeff, so you can
Yeah.
swoop in. All right, Patricio, Chris Tucker, what do you think?
Chris Tucker, I'm going to go with 63.
Okay. All right. Wow. James.
I don't think he's that old. I'm gonna go 54.
All right. And Jeff, last chance to get on the board.
58.
Chris Tucker is 51, gentlemen.
That's
51
me.
years
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
James wins, so we got a tie. Ding, ding, right?
No,
Yeah.
that's Patricio
No, that's
and
James.
they're
James,
tied.
3 points. 3 points.
He
and
wait. I
Patricio
didn't
won.
think he had 3. I thought Patricio had 2. I thought.
I had 2, so
It doesn't
I
matter.
love
You get
the
nothing.
woman.
It doesn't
walks in
matter.
You
on
know
you.
what?
Yeah, she
Jeff
just saw it,
wins.
she's like-
Jeff wins. I'm just going to go ahead and
I
give the
don't
win
watch
to
your win.
Jeff.
This ain't Jewish History Month. I don't
No.
want anything from
No.
you guys.
Every month is Rich Attorney Jewish
Yeah.
Lawyer Month. Yes.
There you
All right.
go.
Here we go.
I'll shut
hey
this
guys,
show
we
down.
gotta take a break right here on Real Laughs. When we get back, number one thing not to do on your honeymoon. Stay tuned right here on Real Laughs 104.1. Folks, what's up? You're still listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Mike Hurley, joined in a virtual studio with Jeff Kaufman from the law offices of Kaufman and Lind, Patricio Solano, and of course, James, Jan. Now, before the break, I kind of mentioned there's some things you might not want to do on your honeymoon. This is a true story. Happened last week. A gentleman on his honeymoon out in Hillsborough County, out there in Tampa.
Course.
Yeah. Just real quick now, I know James is married. Jeff, you've been married? You haven't
26
been married?
years. Yeah, 26
You
years.
were married for 26 years, but only married once, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got Patricio. What's your situation over there, man? Married, single? What you got going on? Complicated.
We talked
Facebook
about
official.
this.
I work in divorce, so no, I'm not married.
Ah, nice. You've seen enough to know enough. I like it. All right. So for Jeff and James, you guys, I'm going to ask you direct.
Sure.
Patricio, you just kind of fantasize. You've been on your honeymoon. You're on your honeymoon.
Yep.
What would you say would be a classic faux pas to make during your honeymoon? And Patricio, since you have no real life experience with this, but you've seen a lot, what would you think would be a big mistake to do on your honeymoon?
Watching TV on your honeymoon.
Watching TV on your honeymoon. Oh, okay. All right. James, happily married. Obviously, you got your honeymoon, right?
Yes.
What would be a classic faux pas?
Calling your wife by a different woman's name in the throes of passion.
That would be bad. That would not be good.
Yep.
Jeff, how about you? Worst thing you could do on a honeymoon?
Get caught satisfying yourself when she's in the bathroom.
God dang.
Whoa.
That was almost too specific. So, Jeff,
Really hear the
need we
feeling.
ask how your honeymoon went?
Oh, mon frere. No, what I'm just thinking that, could you imagine your wife coming on going, really?
Well,
Really? We're supposed to be doing this together.
When
right
you
now.
want something done right, you do it yourself. All right. All right. So here, this happened last week, Hillsborough County. Jeff, I'm not sure if you heard about it. A gentleman who was on his honeymoon with his wife. They had come all the way up from Fort Myers, so he was shelling out. Went up to Tampa for the honeymoon. Unfortunately, he happened to be in Hillsborough the same weekend that police were doing a sting and took in 176 people for prostitution. That's right. This gentleman, 34-year-old male from Fort Myers, came up to Tampa for his honeymoon. On the night of his honeymoon, the first night, the wife falls asleep. He decides, hey, I'm still a little, goes online,
Frisky.
finds an ad for a lady of the evening looking for some pleasant company, hops in the car while his newly wedded wife is in the hotel room and is immediately busted. His face is plastered all over the place. They caught 176 people. Jeff,
here's the thing. Don't buy that story.
No, really?
Don't buy that story.
Don't buy it.
He was bringing the girl back for them.
Oh.
And he got caught, so he had to take one for the team.
Oh, he literally
You
does
think
'cause he's
so?
locked up.
Oh yeah,
so?
he was in a situation like that. That's a special thing. Hey, honey, we're going to do something special, and we're going to and some women are into that, and they're going, hey, I know too many women. When I did criminal offense, and they would say, yeah, it's not unusual for me to get cut for a couple, and I guarantee he was getting it for them. And then when he got caught, he goes, that was for me. I didn't, because he doesn't want to muddy her, so he takes the heat.
This is why you're an amazing lawyer, Jeff.
That's a good one. That's a
Because
good.
I was already not liking this guy, but after you ran your mouth for like 2 minutes, I'm
He's
like,
a
maybe
hero.
he's not all that bad.
He's
Maybe
a hero. He's the
He
hero
was
of the
trying to
story.
give her the wedding present she deserved. I like
That's she probably said, hey, go, you got it, go take care of it, you're the man. And he goes to take care of it and gets busted, and then goes, you have like naked men and women. What kind of brothel are you running behind you, Patricio?
A dude walked by with no shirt on. He looked at the camera for a second and went, man.
Yeah, that's
and
a
just
whole
kept
different kind of
walking.
cosplay. That's
Hey,
called furries.
Wednesday is ladies' nights here over at Casa de Rock.
Ladies only. Ladies only.
And this is the garage he's in. I don't get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's weird over there, man. When they got
Some dude comes shooting in with a wife beater. We're calling the cops, okay?
So Jeff, have you ever had to defend someone accused of like being a John or anything like that? Or are these pretty much just open and shut? You pay the fine, you do your time.
No. A lot of times every time they do these gay stings are the best, where the guys hang out in the bathroom and they're tapping their feet, they're doing all this stuff, and nothing's worse when this big officer shows up in like a pair of pink dolphin shorts and a tank top, and he's going, I wasn't wearing anything. What were you wearing, officer? Just a pair of shorts. And what do those shirts look like? There's a picture of him looking like he's part of the Village People. It's the best. And you fight those because these guys can't have that on their record. So a lot of times they're willing to say, no, I didn't do this. I didn't want to do this. And the same with weird prostitution things, because sometimes, you're driving down Orange Avenue. I represented these kids once. They're driving down Orange Avenue and they're screwing with the prostitutes on the side of the street.
OBT.
Yeah, they're just screwing with them, making comments because that's what kids do, I guess, dumb kids. Yeah. And the woman's like, I'll do this and I'll do that. And and the guy's trying to drive away and the woman's holding the car. And you don't find out later she's an undercover police officer.
Why would you do that?
There's a term called entrapment. And
but why though? Why would she want?
Because she wants the bust. She's like,
at least that's what it said on my police report. So,
yeah, well, it's been sealed.
It's my honeymoon, officer.
I was trying to do right by my girl. No, so I actually have to go to trial, and this juvenile judge, I'll never forget him. He was like, "Well, I can see how you feel that way," and I'm like, "Going, you turd." I was so mad at this guy because it's clear. I'm listening to the tape, and this officer is the grossest human being in the world. The things she's saying, and the kid's going, "No, I'm good," and she's great. He's going, "I just want to go," and she's holding the car, and they go, "Oh no, I don't think they were entrapped." The woman's in the window; she won't get out of the window.
She jumped in the car.
Yeah, she's diving in the car.
She handed him a condom.
But yeah, I get that stuff. I used to get that stuff all the time, and these people were good paying clients.
I will tell you the one time I almost picked up a prostitute. I will tell you about this.
You are on the.
I'm telling you. As advice of counsel, don't do it. But go ahead.
Okay.
Don't do it.
I say proceed. I see no problem.
They recognized and denied. All right, here we go. I had just moved to Orlando for like the third time, and I was living over by the airport. I had a gig with Groucho's Comedy Club out in Melbourne. So I'd driven out to Melbourne to do the gig. I'm getting back into Orlando at like 3 a.m. I get off at 5:28 right by OBT. It's like 3 a.m. by the time I'm getting home. And I'm just on this dark patch of road that goes right under the overpass. And I see this girl walking with her purse. And I'm like, this isn't a safe area for this girl. She probably got in a fight with a boyfriend, something like that. So I start to pull over just to check and make sure she's okay. All of a sudden, I see 2 other girls like a block away walking with purses. Then I look over to the left and I see more girls. And I start thinking, wait a minute. There's no nightclubs or anything around here. And that's what I mean. I was slowed down, pulling over. And then I'm like, no, this seems bad. And then all of a sudden, it all clicked and made sense. I was like, okay, dodged a bullet on this one. So, guys, if you're out there, sometimes being a nice guy will get you in cuffs. So be careful with that.
That is true.
It just
happened. Thought it was going to go a different way. No, it was it was a very, I'm a small city boy going, oh, let me just help this person. And then going, no, they probably don't need my help.
Now see, that's the kind of story the client would tell me in the past. And then you'd read the police report, and it's a little bit different.
Yeah. It
man pulled over, said, how much? For what? Oh. And then there's a list of crazy crap you're thinking about.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were selling Girl Scout cookies. I didn't know you were selling fruit cocktail.
How about you, Patricio? First time you picked up a lady of the evening, what'd it go like?
Because he just walked by. What are you kidding?
So we have we play a card game called Triple H, which is when you're going down OBT, either they're the lady of the night, a homeless, or a hookup, meaning a drug dealer. So we're all just like driving by, and between 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock on OBT, you're going to see all the characters on the OBT parade. And I one of my favorite spots on OBT, Torta El Rey. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're getting our tacos, and sure enough, my encounter, there was a lady right behind me. I look behind, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're one of those.
Yep. I've been out there when the city is shut down, like you're not supposed to be on the road because of hurricane watches or they're repairing lights after a hurricane, and you'll still see women out there. I'm like going, how can they have such a strong work ethic and still, they could probably succeed in like so many other areas.
neither rain or sleet, no snow. They will keep on going.
They will. They will. It's not easy to do what they do on that
because I don't know if I can say
hill.
that specific word on the air.
I think we should call it TikTok Wednesday and head down there just so that we can run down the street away. Okay,
I love Jeff. Whenever something like this happens, just like, you know, it'd be crazy just for fun if we all went over there, just for fun. Come on, guys, it will be a blast. I'm going. Do you think Dan Newland will get us a party bus? Can we just all
absolutely
cruise?
Yeah,
we'll ride it to perform on it while we go.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good time. We can just do a documentary as we cruise.
Yeah, that'd be good. I get, and you know, we'd at least go private. That'd be great.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
No, I mean, when it comes down to, I think I was watching one of your buddies who you just interviewed, OMG. You know,
OMG is Wix.
Yeah, he's one of these influencer TikTok geniuses. You know, while you've hit 1 million, which is ridiculous. I'll never see that. He's
2.
talking about his 17 million. 17 million hit.
Oh yeah,
and I'm looking at all of his videos, and I'm like, going, God, this guy's killing it. And it's so hard to come up with the secret sauce. And I'm thinking, you know, with my picture, my son will get 300 hits. Me running for my life down Orange Avenue would get me like 2. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, if you can find it, I actually came across a documentary style film. I think just some independent filmmaker made. It was on YouTube where he just walked OBT, but he took all the footage and spliced it together. He did interviews with the people he came along the way and everything like that. It was really, really interesting. I'm gonna have to find it, and if I find it, I'll send you guys the link.
Well, how many views did it
I saw this like 6-7 years ago, man.
Are you like 7? I mean, you're like I'm the 7th heart.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, we gotta get out of here in just a couple of minutes. Before we do, I want to check and make sure you guys are getting promoted wherever you're at this weekend. James, you got anything going on? Where you at?
I am actually. I'm in Port Charlotte right now. I am on stage performing at one of the best clubs in all Central Florida. I am at Vasani's. So if you guys want to check me out, please go to Vasani's website, get your tickets, come check me out. I'll be hanging out with John Charles. He'll be opening up for me. It's going to be a great show.
And you're there Wednesday through Sunday this week?
Tonight through Saturday.
Oh, nice. Jeff, what about you? What are you getting into this weekend, man?
I got multiple things. I got DragonCon, so I'll be out at the booth selling the new books for 4 or 5 days, and then we have the new episode of Under Oath on iHeart, or you can just go on your Alexa, do whatever you need to do to download the podcast at Under Oath with Jeff Kaufman.
Nice. So we're doing the party bus on OBT next weekend then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, cool. Patricio,
James has to bring his wife though. She won't let him go alone.
Shh. She can drive the bus. All right. Patricio, what about you? You're at DragonCon this weekend, right, man?
Yeah, so before DragonCon, this is a Wednesday show, so check me out at Graffiti Junction College Park. I'll be hosting adult bingo from 9 to 11:30. I will be at DragonCon this weekend with Allison Chase with the Guardian from Zelda. But come out Wednesday, September 7th at 8 o'clock. I'll be hosting Friends Trivia over at Graffiti Junction Thornton Park beginning at 8 o'clock.
Allison Chase.
Awesome.
But they call it bongo, not bingo.
We gotta get out of here right now. If you like this show or you want to catch any of our past episodes, go on over to the iHeart app. Just put in Real Laughs. You'll find us there. You also find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you get your podcasts. If you really want to, you can go on YouTube, and Ken Miller does a good job of chopping up some of these segments and put them on there for you people who like the visuals of it all. On behalf of myself, Mike Riley, James John, Jeff Kaufman from the law offices of Kaufman and Lind, and Patricio Solano. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Peace.
Yeah.
I do like adult bingo and call it